Okay, hello everyone. Today we're going to check the use of the present perfect. It's important to remember that present perfect and simple past are different tenses and they both refer to events that happened before now, but they are different things. Okay, the simple past and the present perfect are very different in general. Let's see an example here. I have here a text, and look, we have an animal. This is a deer. Okay, this is a deer. That's the name of this animal. It's not a photo from me, it's just a photo from Wikipedia. But now, let's imagine this is a photo I took in the forest last week, or last year. And let's see this text. Look. So look, we have the text here. Last year, I saw a deer. It was the first time. It is a very beautiful animal. This one was quiet, but it got scared when it saw me. I took a photo of that moment. I haven't seen another deer since that day. I have taken many photos, but this one is the best. So you see, it's a simple text about a short anecdote. Now, as we have seen before, when we use the simple past, we are talking about anecdotes. Okay, we're talking about events that happened before. But what about the present perfect? The present perfect is also about the past, but a little differently. See, we have here some ideas from the text. The simple past usually refers to specific events, like these ones here. For example, the simple past refers to events in a specific past context. Okay, in a specific past context. So you need to be specific about that moment. For example, here, last year I saw a deer. In this case, what is the section that is telling me that this was in the past? Last year. You see? Specifically about the past. This one was quiet, but it got scared when it saw me. In this case, what is telling me specifically the context that is a specific moment in the past? That's right, it's when it saw me. Okay, so these two expressions are helping me see a specific moment in the past. Also, the simple past refers to finished actions, but I prefer to say completely finished actions. When the actions are completely finished, that means that the actions that have no effect in the present, they are not connected to the present in any way. They simply exist there. For example, it was the first time. There's no connection with the present. It's just an action that happened in the past, and that's it. This one was quiet. You're just describing the animal in the past. It doesn't have any effect in the present. I took a photo in that moment. Again, it's an action that happened in that moment specifically, and it's not relevant anymore in the present. Now, in contrast, the present perfect refers to events that before the present, that's why the name, the events before the present, but they are linked with the present. And important thing, you see these quotation marks, linked. I am not saying that they are necessarily happening in this moment, but they have a connection with the present. For example, I haven't seen another deer since that day. As you see here, it's not an action that is continuous per se. It's just an action that exists in the past. I haven't seen another deer since that day. Usually I prefer to imagine that the present perfect is like a list of activities. Okay, the present perfect, imagine it as a list of activities. This is the timeline, this is the time, okay, this is the time, and this is the present. This line here is the present. So that means that all the moments before that are included in this review of the past. So when you say, oh, have you seen another deer since that day? And my answer is no, so I haven't. So that means that during all of this period of time here, I haven't seen another deer, up even in this moment. So the action, in quotation marks, continues in the present, but it's not a continuous action. It's just connected with the present. Okay, that's why I say here linked. And I'm not saying that it's a continuous action. Okay, a lot of books and a lot of links and a lot of people say continuous action. It's not really a continuous action. It's just that it's connected with the present. It has an impact in the present. And finally, the present perfect also is useful for actions that are repeated in the past. Repeated events in the past. And important, this is in general. If you mention the specific times, you have to use simple past. But if you're just mentioning events in general, you have to use the present perfect. For example, I have taken many photos. Yes, that's what I have done. I have taken many photos. I have drunk coffee. That's another thing that I have done. I have taken coffee. I have drunk coffee. I have gone to the beach. Yeah, I have done that many times too. In all of these cases, I am not mentioning the specific time. I'm just mentioning the time in general. Okay, like, again, remember this. It's the past, in quotation marks, in general, forever. Okay, so that's why, remember, the present perfect refers to events before the present. All the events, this is the present, and all the events before the present are included. But remember, they don't have to be in a specific time. And they have a certain connection, certain link with the present. But not necessarily continuous actions, but they are still relevant in the present. And the simple past refers to specific moments in the past, anecdotes, okay? Activities in the past, in a context that is in the past. And remember also actions that are completely finished, that they don't have any link with the present. Okay, they are just actions that happened in the past and they stay there. That's essentially the difference between the two. Okay? Now, some homework for you. Okay? Some homework for you. Think about some questions about life experiences you would like to ask your partners in class. Put your ideas in the Google Classroom activity with this post. Okay, so that's what I want you to do now for tomorrow, please. You have here some ideas, some examples. Have you eaten ceviche before? Have you seen Avatar, the movie, remember, with the with the blue aliens? Have you and your family traveled to Iquitos before? The jungle is very nice, so maybe you would like to travel there, etc. Okay, so think for tomorrow, please, of some ideas like this, and remember to study. Okay, that's it for now. See you next class. Drink water.